Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got an incredible video for you. I'm very excited about this content. I'm going to be sharing with you how you can get access on an airdrop. Could potentially be a very large airdrop, and I'll explain why. I'll show you how to get access to the airdrop here in this video. Before we get into that, go down in the description, subscribe to our Crypto Passive Profits newsletter. It's totally free. Learn how you can start earning passive income in cryptocurrency. Now, this airdrop that I'm going to share with you, the airdrop in and of itself is not free. You need to own some cryptocurrency, but it can be stable coins. And if you use your stable coins, you're literally going to be able to farm essentially an airdrop. And I'll explain everything. I'll give you all the details in this video. But full disclosure, because you know how I like to roll. I like to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and be as transparent as I possibly can. This project is Grizzlyfi. The project looks interesting. However, this is not a sponsored video. The team did reach out to me. The reason I declined is because at first look, listen, as a YouTuber, you get so many people reaching out to you sometimes, and 90% of the projects are just absolute garbage. I mean, that's just the reality. The other, maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10%, a lot of those, maybe they're good projects, but it's not like a match for you or your channel. And then maybe, 1 or 2 or 3% you might actually cover. However, Grizzlyfi, they reached out to me. I looked at the project. I initially just dismissed it as some sort of yield farm. And I thought, listen, we've been there, we've done that. We don't need to talk about another yield farming token that's going to go to zero and that sort of thing. And I didn't pay a lot of attention to it initially. However, I saw some AMAs with the team on other YouTubers' channel, which, by the way, if the team wants to reach out to me, I'd love to do our own AMA. I've got my own set of questions I would love to ask. But I started seeing some of the AMAs, I started listening to the team, and I started seeing that the platform actually has a little bit of depth. It looks goofy, it looks cheesy, but what they're doing here is more interesting than I initially gave it credit. But specifically, they were talking about an airdrop, and I was like, wait, airdrop for what? And now those of you that have been in cryptocurrency for a while, we've had some enormous airdrops. An airdrop in crypto is literally free money. You're talking about being able to earn sometimes a few dollars to several $100s to several $1,000s in literal free cryptocurrency. Now, I don't know how big this airdrop is, but I have reason to believe that it could be sizable, and I'll explain as we go on in the video. So what is the airdrop? How is it happening? And I'm not going to go in all the details of the Grizzlyfi platform. Basically, it's a yield farming project where you can earn their quote-unquote honey token. I'll cover what I need to in this video for the actual airdrop so you can understand how to get the airdrop, how to get in on that, but I'm not going to go in depth on this platform. Now, I will tell you, I do plan to revisit this project because of their stablecoin farming, which I'll show you in a moment. I've got a whole video that I'm going to be putting out about stablecoin yields. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you want to see that video. It's all about how to get some of the highest yields on stablecoin. And this farm does offer some good yields on stablecoin. And again, we'll get to that in a moment. What you want to do, if you want to get the info on the airdrop, come to documentation. You click there, Grizzlyfi, DeFi for everyone. So their whole shtick is they're trying to make DeFi incredibly easy. But if you come to the Moneta airdrop, by the way, I'll put a link to Grizzlyfi down in the description. It is an affiliate link. Again, the video is not sponsored, but the link in the description is an affiliate link. Full transparency. So Moneta, I hope I'm saying that right. Moneta is its own ecosystem with the over-collateralized stablecoin DCHF. pegged to the value of 1 Swiss franc. So this is very interesting. I'm not certain that we've ever seen a stablecoin pegged to the Swiss franc. Moneta is the revenue sharing token of this ecosystem. The token will be launched with an airdrop on the 25th of September 2022. So this project is relatively new. It launched a couple of weeks ago. The airdrop hasn't happened yet for this new Moneta token. This was on their roadmap early on, even when they reached out to me, when they had not even officially launched when they reached out to me. I did find some videos where they were still talking about this, and it was on the roadmap early on. So it's not like they've just added on a project trying to create some sort of value for the tokens or whatever. This was all part of the plan, which I find encouraging. Now, if you scroll down, you can watch this video. It just talks about having a stable coin to the peg token. I like the fact they're saying that it's an over-collateralized stable coin. Moneta is the revenue sharing token of this ecosystem. The token will be launched with an airdrop on the 25th of September. I'm not certain what they mean by revenue sharing, but so far, their idea of revenue sharing tokens is looking pretty good. And we'll have to see where it shakes out long term. But in the short term, their revenue sharing token ecosystem concepts look good. And I'll show you that here in a moment. So the airdrop, The native token on Grizzlyfi is the honey token. Basically, they're airdropping the first opportunity to get a token airdrop from Moneta, MON, for a time period of 4 weeks. Every day at a random time, we make a snapshot and count your GHNY holdings. At the end of this period, the average of your GHNY holdings, that's basically Grizzly Honey, is calculated. The last days of the snapshot are weighted more than the first days. The calculated average is a crucial value for the amount of your Moneta airdrop. So the snapshot period starts on the 25th, so it started a few days ago, and ends on the 23rd. So here's how it's working. Every day they're doing a random snapshot, and based on how much honey tokens you have. So how do you get the honey tokens? Well, you can actually get them for free. Again, I'll show you that here in a moment, a little bit later in the video. I'm also going to talk to you about how you can find out exactly what my strategy is, because I always try to go into a project with a very specific strategy, and I'll share that with you a little bit later in the video as well. What is included in the snapshot? Any of the G Honey tokens that you have staked in the honey pot, we'll show you that in a moment, you get 100% of that counted. Any of the G Honey tokens that you have in a wallet, 100% of that is counted. Any of the honey tokens still vested, not claimed in the community fair launch, I was not a part of this, but basically if you were, 100% of that is counted. The total deposit in the Grizzly Hive, BNB GHNY, only half of them are GHNY, but they count double. What is not included in the snapshot? Vested G Honeys won in the giveaway. Okay, they're doing a giveaway, so that's not going to count. Rewards that are not harvested from your hives or your honey pot, we'll look at that in a moment. Honey staked in the honey pot from hives with the Grizzly strategy, because it adds too much complexity. We'll look at that. Tokens on a centralized exchange wallet if there is a listing in the snapshot period. I'm not certain if there even is. Okay, so let's go look at the G Honey token briefly. The G Honey token, if you come and launch the app, the G Honey token is a reward token for yield farming. Essentially, which by the way, they do have a referral program. I told you I'll put a link in the description, but I'm supposed to have 2 friends that are referred, and I don't see them up here. I don't even know if their referral program works, but it doesn't actually matter. I want you to be able to get in on this airdrop if you want to. The easy way to get on the airdrop is just to get some honey tokens. Now, you can, of course, go buy the honey tokens, but you don't have to buy. You can come here and buy them. You don't have to buy them. That would be a little bit more risky. What you can do is you can scroll down. Check this out. They have stable hives. Look at these APYs. I'm going to do a whole video on stablecoin yields coming up here in probably in the next week or so. So subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of that video, find out where you can get some of the best stablecoin yields, particularly when we're in a bear market right now. I'm going to be talking about Grizzlyfi in that video because these yields are crazy high. That yield is you're getting the G Honey token. Just click invest, put in your BNB or whatever you have, and click details. And there's different strategies. You can research the strategies if you want to. It kind of tells you right here what those strategies are. But you get a higher APY. Takes on a little bit more risk. But this is what they were talking about in the airdrop. This strategy automatically puts your rewards, 100% of your rewards, into the honey pot. That's what this strategy does. When that happens, those rewards are not going to be counted because they said it's complex with the smart contract. So what you can do if you invest in there is you can just withdraw your rewards manually. So I'm in the BNB G Honey pool, which has a little bit more risk, by the way, because it's not a stable coin. And I can manually harvest those rewards. If you manually harvest your rewards instead of using the Grizzly strategy, if you manually harvest your rewards and stake them into the honey pot, the tokens in the honey pot will count, the G Honey tokens. Now I've only been here for like a day or two, so I've only got 0.08 honey. I don't have a lot in here. The price has gone down a little bit. We'll look at the token price here in a moment. I have this on 2 different wallets. I'm going to be adding more just because I think this airdrop could be quite lucrative. And the reason I think the airdrop is going to be quite lucrative is because they're going to attach a revenue sharing model to that airdrop. When they attach that revenue sharing model to airdrops, typically early on, the underlying tokens have a significant amount of value. Right now in the honey pot, if you stake your G Honey tokens in the honey pot, you get 284% APR. This APR is coming from 2 places. It's coming from revenue on the farm, and is also coming from the minting of additional tokens. They go to the stakers of the honey tokens. Now, I don't need to go into all the tokenomics. You can go look that up for yourself, but they're drastically decreasing the rate at which they're minting the honey tokens. But all you need to do to get access, the least risk way, which by the way, this is not financial advice. We're still dealing with smart contracts. There's always some risk involved. But the simplest way to get in on this airdrop is come down here, stake stablecoin, earn one of these stablecoin APYs. I would not use a Grizzly strategy. I would use the standard strategy. The stable strategy, you don't collect any G Honey. It just automatically sells it and compounds it into the underlying tokens. Now, by the way, when it does sell it, part of that sale goes to everybody staked in the honey pot. I wouldn't do the Grizzly strategy because it automatically takes your honey tokens and drops them into the honey pot. What I would do is a standard strategy. The majority of your rewards are automatically reinvested into the hive, thus creating a compound effect. Part of your rewards are compensated in G Honey. So what I would do is I would just take those G Honey rewards and I would stake them into the honey pot and earn that APR. So that's a way that you can get some free G Honey. The other option is just to come over here and buy the G Honey tokens. This is the G Honey price. Let's go look at the chart. This may, I don't know, it may be a decent time to get in. This is a chart. So as with a lot of coins, the price went way up and then it pulled back. And now it may have found a bottom. We'll have to see. It may have found a bottom. It's at about 87. I think I actually got in at like 92 or 95. It's at 87 right now. I do plan to buy some more just because I want to get in on the airdrop. In fact, I'm not going to buy more. I'm going to do exactly what I just told you. I'm probably going to come over here and buy some more B&B G Honey. Again, that's a riskier strategy. It's not as risky as outright buying the G Honey, but I'm also earning a little bit of G Honey that I can then stake over here and earn that as well. Eventually, I will put some stable coins after this airdrop is complete. I will put some stable coins in here also. Now, again, I have small amounts. You know, this is just a small amount. I'm going to continue to add to this, though, throughout the time period until we have that airdrop. Now, if you want to know my full strategy on what I'm doing between now and the airdrop, what I'm going to do prior to the airdrop, what I'm going to do after the airdrop, if you want to know my full strategy, go down, subscribe to our Crypto Passive Profits newsletter. I'm going to send out a video for my subscribers here in a couple of days, and I'm going to share with them my full G Honey airdrop strategy because I want to get this Monet token. Now, I think this token, just so you know, is going to have value, and I want to explain why. This token, the Grizzly token, has really held up its value pretty well for a native token. Now, I think the price is holding up pretty well for a couple of reasons. One is the team has talked about how this honey token is a long-term token. You can see up here, the distribution phase we're in right now, time to acquire honey. The construction phase, time to hodl honey. Disruption phase, time to use honey. And then retirement phase. They're literally planting the vision that you could retire from your honey holdings. I don't know about that. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't actually care. I mean, for me personally, I'm taking a small risk here. But they are planting the vision for this to be a long-term token. Plus, take a look here. Total amount locked. They have $20 million worth of honey locked right here in the honey pot, earning this revenue. That's kind of crazy. And I think that's helping hold the price up as well. But it's going to be interesting. When they roll out a second ecosystem around stablecoins, it's going to be very interesting to see how that Moneta token, how it earns revenue. Because they're saying that they're not talking about, it doesn't look like they're talking about some sort of a tomb fork or algorithmic stablecoin. They're talking about it being an over-collateralized stablecoin. So we'll have to see, what happens there. By the way, one more thing I didn't mention, the honey token is supposed to be getting burned as well. So there's two things that's supposed to be happening on the profits earned going to these pools. Part of the honey token gets burned. Part of it comes over here into the honey pot. And then there's some additional mints right now supporting this APR. Because I know when it launched, the APR was super high, like 2,000 or 3,000%, I think. Anyway, this is the honey token airdrop. Well, it's really the Mon token airdrop using the honey token. The great thing is we can come over here with stable coins and you can earn some free honey tokens and then you can be a part of that airdrop. And so if the airdrop, if it has any real value at all, which we don't know yet, but if it's going to be a revenue sharing token, then even if it doesn't airdrop with a lot of value, if it's a revenue sharing token, chances are the earnings initially are going to be quite high. The APR initially may be quite high. And if that's the case, then the token's going to have value. It could be a basically free money for us. So if you want to find out all the details of my strategy, just go subscribe to our Crypto Passive Profits newsletter. Subscribe to the channel. I've got 2 videos coming up. I'm going to show you an incredibly high APR strategy that you can use with one of the oldest dApps in all of crypto right now. And most people are not aware of this. So if you want to find out what that strategy is, I'm going to be doing it. We're talking about earning 10% a month on one of the oldest dApps in all of crypto. So go down in the description, subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification icon, and click all. Also, I've got a video. I told you I'm going to do an entire video out about stablecoin strategies. In a bear market, stablecoin strategies really can be useful, and there's ways to earn significant amounts of income that can be somewhat risk-free. The best thing about stablecoins is you decrease a lot of the risk when you have a volatile cryptocurrency market. So you're talking about decreasing some of the risk using stablecoins and be able to earn incredible passive return. That's coming up in a video. You're not going to want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.